Hi everyone, it's me, Lubna. Today is Wednesday, November 20th, 2024. This video is dedicated to my beloved, and the topic of this video is going to be about the constructive use of anger. And by the way, I'm making this video before heading off to my sociology class this morning. And I find that when I make my videos first thing in the morning before heading off to wherever I have to go, my thoughts are the clearest and I'm able to express myself the best. So I love making my videos at this time. Anyway, to illustrate the topic of this video, which is the constructive use of anger, I wanted to share with you another passage from the book that I'm currently reading, which is Letting Go: The Pathway of Surrender by David Hawkins, MD, PhD. And the specific passage from this book that I wanted to share with you today comes from the chapter titled Anger, under the section heading titled Using Anger Positively. And I'm going to read that entire section to you today. But before I do that, I'll show it to you in case you'd like to read it for yourself. There it is. And I will read that to you now. Here it goes. Using anger positively. It is common for people to repress their anger, aggression, and inner hostility. They view it as unpleasant, undignified, and even as a moral failure or spiritual setback. They do not realize that repressed anger is nonetheless the energy of anger, and if not acknowledged and worked through, it will have deleterious consequences to their health and overall progress. The intention behind anger is negative, and it will have similar consequences even if it is not expressed. A helpful approach is to view the energy of anger positively and to use it to fire up our ambitions and our actions in a useful way. For instance, let's say that we are angry at our boss. We feel resentful. He never seems to acknowledge our abilities or efforts. But we know it's unwise to express anger and resentment. It would very likely result in the loss of our job, or at least bring on the continued resentment of the boss. At best, the expression of anger would result in a tacky situation. Instead, we can make a decision to use that energy in a constructive way in our own behalf. It can be the inspiration for us to create a project that, because of its excellence, proves our point. It might be the energy for us to move up and out of a situation that is unsatisfactory. We can utilize that energy to create new job opportunities or find a better job, form a committee, improve our employment situation, start a union, or whatever we think would benefit our personal goals. In personal relationships, the same opportunity exists. The anger can be utilized to inspire us to improve our communication skills, take a course on interpersonal relationships, or enroll in a self-improvement program. The anger can inspire us to rededication, to put forth greater clarity of effort, and to actually do a better job. In this way, the situation can result in recommitment. It can inspire us to look within ourselves and relinquish all the negative feelings via acceptance. Instead of being mad about it, we can accept it. So that is the passage I wanted to share with you today from Letting Go. And this passage came to my mind this morning because I found myself thinking a lot about my situation and how angry I have been lately. Although I don't show it, I have been angry lately about the fact that I had a tremendous opportunity to gain freedom in my life, financial freedom, and freedom to become who I want to be, which is a psychiatrist. And I lost that opportunity after being forced to withdraw from medical school. And because of that, I've been left in a lot of debt, and I find myself having to start over, reapplying to medical school, and if I get in, I'll have to start over from the very beginning, even though I've already finished 3 years at the medical school that I went to. If I go to medical school again, I'll have to start from the beginning. And that thought is so discouraging. It can be so discouraging, having to think about all the effort that I've already put into this endeavor, all gone in the flash of an eye. But I thought about that passage because David Hawkins talks about using our anger positively to influence us, to motivate us, and to galvanize us to put forth greater efforts than we did ever before. And this anger that I've been feeling within me is what has been motivating me to read books and to learn more and more that will increase my wisdom, and to share everything that I learn with you through my videos. This is a way for me to assert my power, assert that I am an intelligent person, and even though opportunities can be taken away from me, I still have a voice, and I can still educate myself by reading books and by learning things on my own. And I have this little notebook in which I keep a list of all of the books that I've read, including the dates during which I read those books. And I started this after I withdrew from medical school in July of this year. And on the very first page of this little notebook, I wrote a note to myself to empower myself and remind myself of this anger that I'm going to use to motivate myself and to galvanize my efforts. And I wanted to share this note with you today. And I'll show it to you first before reading it aloud. There it is. And let me read it aloud now. In this little notebook, I will be keeping a record of all of the books I read from my late 20s onward. I am on a quest to redeem myself and to make the very most of myself. After having failed out of medical school at Midwestern University ASCOM in July 2024, at the end of my 3rd year. They can prevent me from getting a degree, but they cannot hinder my pursuit of knowledge and my ability to use that knowledge creatively. Lubna Kabir, August 7th, 2024. And the reason that I was forced to withdraw from medical school at Midwestern University was, in my opinion, a bit of an unfair reason, and I won't go into detail about that now. Perhaps in a future video I will. But I really feel that I could have made it through, and I should have made it through, and I should have achieved my dreams. But the past is in the past, and all that I can do now is use what experiences I've had and the things that can't be changed, and keep moving forward and use it all as a part of my story. And that is what I'm doing by making these videos now. I'm making constructive use of my past, and I'm making constructive use of this experience that made me angry. It's motivated me. It's stirred within me a desire to be even better than I would have been if I had stayed in medical school. So by sharing this incident and this experience with you in my video today, I wanted to urge you to think about experiences in your life that might cause you anger or have caused you anger in the past. Rather than using that anger in a self-sabotaging or destructive way, try to use it as a motivating force to help you prove to yourself and the world that you're above it all, that you're better than them, better than the people who have hurt you, the situations that have hurt you, anything that has hurt you or caused you harm. You're so much better than that, and they don't deserve you. That's what I tell myself, and I transcend the situation. And now I know that nothing can hurt me anymore because I'm above it all. I'm not going to let anything hurt me, and I'm going to use my anger constructively always. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen and or watch my video today. And I'd like to wish you a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, or whatever it is, wherever you are in the world.